When I was in high school, I was the girl who sat quietly, often unnoticed. I was an introvert with very little confidence. Speaking in front of others made my heart race, and group conversations drained my energy. While others laughed loudly, I stayed silent, observing everything from a distance. I didn't have many friends. Some classmates misunderstood my silence and called me strange. Others ignored me completely. Small comments hurt more than they seemed. I often questioned myself, why I was like this, why I couldn't be like everyone else. There were days I went home feeling heavy, replaying moments in my head, wishing I had spoken up or stood taller. But deep inside, I had something powerful, awareness. I noticed things others didn't. I understood emotions, patterns, and people. At that time, I didn't realize this was a strength. One day, after another difficult day at school, I decided I was tired of hating myself. Not tired of being an introvert, but tired of feeling weak. I didn't want to become loud or fake. I wanted to become strong in my own way. So I started small. I worked on my inner world before trying to change the outer one. I learned to sit with my emotions instead of running from them. When I felt anxious, I wrote my thoughts down. When I felt overwhelmed, I paused instead of reacting. Slowly, I learned control, not over others, but over myself. I focused on discipline. While others wasted hours scrolling, I used my time to learn and improve quietly. While others looked for validation, I built skills. Confidence didn't arrive overnight, but it grew silently, day by day. At school, things began to change. I still didn't talk much, but when I did, people listened. I chose my words carefully. I stopped over-explaining. I stayed calm in situations where others lost control. My silence was no longer weakness, it became presence. People who once ignored me started noticing me. Teachers saw my clarity. Classmates respected my focus. I didn't chase attention, and that made me stand out even more. There were still challenges. Being an introvert didn't suddenly become easy. Social situations still drained me. I still preferred solitude. But now I understood myself. I set boundaries. I chose when to engage and when to step back. The biggest change was this. I stopped trying to prove myself. I realized I didn't need to change who I was to succeed. I needed to become the strongest version of who I already was. I didn't become the loudest or the most popular. I became confident. I became self-aware. I became grounded. And that is how I became the best version of myself.